everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Letty, this is Letty Sparkle. Hello and welcome. So in today's video we're just going to be doing a comparison of the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundations. This is the old one, this is the new one. They have reformulated it recently. They have added, I believe it's niacinamide and algae extract to it, and they've made it a little bit more dewy, a little bit more buildable. If you want to find out if it's still like cement for your face, which is what I normally say it is, then please just keep on watching. Thank you. So in today's video we're going to be comparing the new Estee Lauder with the old Estee Lauder formula. So I'm going to just do half of my face with the new one, half of my face with the old one. I'm actually going to switch those around and do it like this. I just thought it'd be a good idea to compare them side by side to see what they're like on the face at the same time. The shades are going to be slightly off because this one is a little bit darker for me. It is like my kind of spring summer shade, whereas this one is kind of my now shade when I'm not tanned at all. So I'm just going to pop them on and we'll see how we get on. Okay. I'm going to decant a little bit onto my hand here. I'm just going to do like a pump. And just so you're comparing, on this one I'm a 3W 1.5, which is fawn on the original formula, and I normally apply that with a brush. So that's what I'm going to do today. So for the brush I'm just going to use my MAC 170 brush. I can't talk today. So I'm just going to apply that. You can see straight away that it is a little bit darker. I love this foundation though. I'm just going to apply it to half of my face. This one is pretty much full coverage from the get-go. It's a very full coverage foundation. It does dry down matte, so I will lose all the glowiness that I've got going on at the moment as soon as it sets. I always like a very rich moisturiser with this one. I find that works better. I've got very normal skin. I don't have dry skin, oily skin. Mine's pretty normal. However, I am 40 years old now, so I am starting to like age. I've noticed differences in my skin over the last few months. My skin is becoming a bit less. What's the word I'm looking for? It'll come to me. I'm losing elasticity in my skin. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So I have noticed that my skin, I mean, it's still okay. I mean, I've never noticed this kind of settling in my lines though, my forehead lines. I'm quite expressive with my facial features, so if I ever get Botox, you'll know straight away. I would never lie about it anyway, but if I do ever decide to get Botox, you'll pretty much notice because I'm always doing this. My eyebrows. So the shade is a little bit too orange for me at the moment, so just ignore that. I'm not planning to go out anywhere. It's already like 8:30, oh, 8:15. That's perfect. So that's that side done, obviously compared to this one with nothing on at the moment. But it's pretty full coverage. I could actually probably put another layer, a very slight small amount, just to kind of really make it full coverage if I really wanted to go in, especially around here where I kind of blend it down a bit. But that looks pretty good to me. So with this one, the new formula, I'm going to apply it with the sponge that it came with. So I've cleaned my hand, there's nothing left over in my hand. I'm going to pop that on. I'm not going to use a lot because I haven't got pump for it yet. I must go and buy one at the weekend. £7 they are, £7. I mean, it does annoy me when brands do this. So I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to stipple it on. Straight away I can see that the shade is a bit nicer. It's a bit more matchy to what my skin colour is at the moment. But actually it's not too far off this one, to be fair. No, it's not. I don't know why I thought that was really dark for me. So I'm coming towards like half, and I'm gonna need to put a bit more on. With this sponge, obviously I haven't wet it either, so sponges do soak up a lot of product, so you do lose product when you use a sponge. I much prefer using a brush nowadays. Still use a sponge for my concealer and things like that, but generally speaking I tend to use a brush more. So I actually haven't tried putting this foundation on with a brush just because they recommend a sponge, so I might try it next time actually I put it on, to try and put it on. Yeah, the shade's actually pretty identical. I don't know what I thought, why I thought this one was lighter. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty spot on. I'm just going to put a bit more. So with this one being a little bit consistency, this one's got a lighter consistency, so it's not as thick as the other. Although they're liquid, they're very similar texture-wise, but there's not as full coverage, so you do have to apply a couple of layers. Although to my forehead, one layer is more than enough. And I've just put and I'm just patting it on. There you go. So that's that side now. And that's this side. So this side's already looking a bit more matte. It still has a little bit of a glow because I use such a moisture. I use the Simple. This is the Simple Glow Plus Brightening Cream with vitamin C and glutathione. I use this underneath. It's quite a moisturising cream and glowy cream. I mean the name's in the. It's a glow brightening cream. So with the Double Wear, I find that you always need. My favourite is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Vitamin C primer, moisturising primer. I have the Primark version of it, and I really do like this one actually as a replacement. This costs £4.50 compared to the like 30 something, £40 that the Bobbi Brown one is. I prefer a bargain myself, so it's up to you if you want to splurge or save some money. So that's looking pretty good. I mean, this one's it is a tad like more yellow, and it's a tad definitely a little bit darker for me. I mean, I've blended it on my neck, so it looks quite good. Yeah, not too bad. So I'm just going to pop on the rest of my face, and then I will come back for final thoughts, and I'm going to go through. Actually, do you want me to, I'm just going to do it with you now, because then I can talk through how makeup applies on each side. So this one takes a bit longer to dry, so I know this. So I'm just going to get a little fan it down. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my normal kind of routine that I would normally use, and I've got to stop saying and kind of. That's my challenge. So if I don't do that, please call me out on it below. I'm going to go with a Spectrum B02 brush, and I'm going to go into my Chanel bronzer. Still loving the Chanel bronzer. Still need to find a dupe for this, so let me know down below. I've heard the number 7 one is meant to be really good, so I'm going to get that one. Oh, let me put concealer on first. What am I doing? So I do have a new concealer to try out, Catrice High Camouflage. I have used this before, I think, many years ago, and I saw they had Catrice and they had Essence in Primark when I last went in, so I was super excited to try that. The first impressions of the Catrice. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I bought shade Light Beige. Oh, that's going to be it's completely the wrong shade. In the shop, it looked a lot darker than this. So I always do a little line down here because I've got very inset eyes. I think I don't know, my dark circles kind of go in a little bit. Deep set, not really sure. I'm going to leave it a second, and I'm going to blend it in with my beauty sponge. I'm going to use this little mirror. It only costs like not a lot, like £3, £4, something like that. So I'm going to go into pull at the weekend, so I'll go in and get the right shade. Oh, actually, once I've blended it out, it doesn't look horrifically bad. Okay, and then on this side. Oh, I'm going to say first impressions because I think I have had it before, but I genuinely can't remember. I mean, it hasn't covered my circles. Let me just bring it a bit closer. So it hasn't covered this bit here. It's actually made them look a bit more deeper, I think. So I'm just going to give that a minute, and I might go in. So it says this is 12 hours. Lasts up to 12 hours. It's waterproof and non-transferable. So we shall see if that's true. So I'm just going to put another little line here and there. And I'm going to leave that for a minute. So second layer, might try and blend it well with a brush. Do you think that'll be better? I've got a Real Techniques Domed Shadow Brush. It's a really thick, like, shadow brush, but I kind of like this sort of brush to blend in concealer. So I'm just going to go in. Okay, this is already not sitting very nice in my under eyes, which is a bit annoying. I'm just trying to find a replacement for my Tarte Shape Tape. I can't talk. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it also doesn't look great. I have a feeling it's going to crease completely under my eyes. I'm just going to leave it, let it sit for a minute and see what it's going to do. But it's not looking great, not going to lie. And the Maybelline one I bought the other day, which is the Maybelline Eraser, it's nice and it doesn't really sit in my lines, but it's not very full coverage. It's kind of like medium coverage, and I like, for my under eyes, I am like a full coverage girl. I do need that. I'm going to keep using it for a few, well, I don't know, it looks awful. It's not looking great. It's just made my under eyes look more like, and emphasise my under eyes way more than it normally does. I look super like, yeah, maybe it's the way I've actually applied it. Maybe I need to kind of go like this so that I go over that bit to kind of where I've just put it in there. It's emphasising that, I think. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I used to be really good at doing makeup, I swear. And I know people say that with concealer, especially as you get older, less is more, but I don't always find that to be the case. And with the brush, I do like to blend this bit in here upwards, because I do, my eyes in here are quite dark in that inner corner, so I do like to blend that in. Okay, well that looks a bit better where I've kind of applied a bit more, but it's still kind of like settling in that under eye area as such. So I'm just going to let that eye set, and I'm going to do the same on this eye. I don't know, do my eyes, I don't know if my eyes normally look like that, or if I'm just being overcritical, but it's really made my eyes really hollow. That's the word, hollow, like really hollow in here. Maybe it's the shade, I don't know. I'm not feeling it, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna see how it's gonna set, and then we'll carry on with my face and I'll come back for the end. So now we're gonna go in with our Chanel bronzer. I'm just not gonna really talk you through it, but I'm just gonna apply this. I normally pat it in, so it sits quite nicely for that one. I am just gonna go in with my foundation brush with whatever's left over, just to blend this bit here. I don't like it when it leaves like a really harsh line. And the same on this side. So I do find that it applies on this side maybe a little bit nicer. Maybe it's because this side's a bit quicker to set. But I'm putting cream on top of cream, so I kind of like that. That looks quite good. I'm going to go with a bit of blush. This is Melon Sorbet made by Mitchell, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand like so. I don't really like popping it directly on my face. I always find that it removes the makeup underneath, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I prefer to put a little bit on a brush, like an angled brush. This already has blush on it, but it's not coming off or anything. So that, and I kind of apply it, I then diffuse it a little bit more on my hand like this, and then I then go in and just pop it on the apples of my cheeks. And I pop it kind of going up to my bronzer, so kind of, and that's still quite a lot of blush actually. I'm just going to blend that out, and then with a nice clean brush, this is just a Real Techniques 300 from the Bold Connection, and I'm just going to, oh sugar, sorry, and I'm just going to blend that out. So that concealer, it's really settling in my lines. I'm just going to blend that out, and hope that once I've blended it, it then just sets. I don't really want to set it with powder because I have a feeling it's going to look awful with powder. Oh, how annoying. Okay, so that's that. Like I haven't got any eyeshadow on my eyelids. This is what my eyelids actually look like, which is, they're very dark. For my lips, I'm going to go in with, this is the Made by Mitchell All Lip No Trip was Wabi Sabi lip liner. It's like a brown. I'm just going to pop that on I'm not even going to put any lipstick on, I'm just going to leave it as that. So the face looks okay, looks not too bad. The foundation, to be honest, there's not much to it apart from the fact that, well, there isn't much to it. I still think both sides look really good. If anything, the old Double Wear is kind of, now that I'm looking at it, is kind of settling in a little bit more than this one is on my lines, my very like faint forehead lines. And it's looking a little bit crustier around my nose. Then this one doesn't look crusty at all. That's me being very, very picky. I've never really noticed that before. The concealer, it's not great. If I show you like this, you can kind of see where it's kind of really accentuating, really showing you my creases. It doesn't look awful, but it's not the best concealer I've ever had in my life. So it's not great. It's a bit of a dud. I'm just going to do a tutorial for hooded eyes now, and that'll be up actually very soon. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'll come back to do final thoughts and review everything else. Thank you. So this is the finished look. I'm just going to bring it close so you can show you the actual face. So that's the old formula for Estee Lauder, and this is the new. So both sides are equally beautiful, I think. I don't really notice that much difference, if I'm completely honest. This one is just slightly more matte. It's a bit thicker. This one is definitely not as thick. It's a bit more, kind of more looks like skin, but I love both sides. I'm not really decided. I think it's I really like the formula of the new one, so I'm pretty pleased with it. It's not really settled into my lines. I have got a little something going on here. I'm not sure what it is, but yes, I do really like it. I've just filmed the eye look. It's a bit more dramatic than I wanted, but I've just filmed it, so it'll probably be up next, this one. But yes, so I do like it. The concealer, I have had to go in with a little bit of my Maybelline just to fix my eye makeup. The Catrice concealer, I don't like it. It's annoying because I was really excited for it, but no, I'm not a fan. And I probably won't be using it again because it does settle in your lines. It does go in there. It really made the hollows of my eye, under eyes really hollow. I don't know if it was my technique of applying, if it was the shade that was wrong and it was reflecting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it was about it, but I just didn't like it. It didn't sit on my skin properly, which is a shame. So if you've got any other more affordable dupes of the either Tarte Tape Shape or the Too Faced Born This Way from concealer, or the MAC Prolong Wear, anything like that, then please let me know down below because I am looking for a bargain. I will have to end up buying one of them in the end, so I'm trying really hard. Look at my little tiny ponytail. Sorry, I got really sidetracked then. I love both sides. I do prefer this one slightly more just because it is a little bit less intense than this one, but it's pretty good. I have been using this one quite a bit and it does last really well. I will do like a wear test on it still, but I'm just trying to do it on a day where I'm not working because I do this a lot on my face when I'm at work on my desk. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a huge big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you in my next one. Thank you, bye bye.